On this episode, we're going to talk about my first week back in New Jersey, what snow feels like after you lived at the beach, and the most important question of all, where the hell have you been for the last 15 years? Right now on the Jermy Saint Louis Show. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode number one of the Jeremy Saint Louis Show, promptly titled From the Mud. I am your host, Jeremy Saint Louis, and here is the answer to the question you've been waiting for. Where the hell have I been? Well, I've been in Los Angeles. Actually, I've been in Inglewood, California for the past 15 years. I've been coaching girls high school basketball. I got about 5 championships within that time span, and I've been blessed to help save many lives and help sending kids to school for free. I have also been a part of one of the largest youth ministries in the country called The Takeover, which was spearheaded by Davin Baptiste, and the youth pastor was none other than gospel great Kirk Franklin. So that's pretty much the gist of what I've been doing, where I've been. I've been coaching girls basketball, helping kids get into college for free, and I've been leading souls to Christ. And in the meanwhile, while all of this stuff was going on, I started a family. I've been married for 10 years, which I'm about to get a divorce. That's going to be another episode. And I have a beautiful 9-year-old son named Elijah. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. And the journey of how I got back here, I can't wait for you to hear that story too. And I'm going to share that in the next episode. So you got to understand, I'm coming fresh from the sunshine and the beaches and the phenomenal weather. And today, as I'm speaking to you, right now it's snowing outside. I find that so crazy. It's really snowing out there. It started out as rain, and it's cool. I ain't tripping. Everybody has some rain. But it really is like snow, like huge snowflakes, too. That's crazy. And that's the first time I've seen snow in a long time. The first time I had ever felt snow in a long time. So I just sat out on my porch and just sat in the snow and let the snow fall on me. And it felt really good. It felt really, really good. One thing I learned about Jersey City in the 1 week that I've been here since returning back after a 15-year hiatus is that Jersey City, everyone in Jersey City works. So there was an article in the Jersey Journal and that said Jersey City, New Jersey. Not the state of New Jersey, just Jersey City, the city of Jersey City, New Jersey, which those of you who don't know, Jersey City is probably about like 8 miles long. It's really small. Jersey City is ranked number 3 in the country in hours worked. Like, people just work. And they also lead in people who work without taking their vacation time. So all people are doing are just working. I just found that wildly interesting, that stat. And it intrigued me. I just wanted to find an answer why. Like, why are so many people here working so much? And my takeaway from that was, well, if you're working all day, 40 hours a week, third to number one was on the list was San Francisco, California, and the second was Fremont, California. So two of the bigger cities, like bigger than like more, we work more than people in New York City, and we share the same river. It's just mind-boggling to me. So the question that came to my mind was, if everybody's working at work, then when is there time to work on your passion? Do people even have passions? Well, the obvious answer is yes, everyone has a passion, and we'll get to that later on the definition of passion, or at least my definition of what passion is. But everybody here is working. And a very good friend of mine told me, he said, listen, man, everybody's getting it from the mud over here. And that statement alone just blew me away. Because for one, I didn't realize that many people working that hard. But I also kind of felt the way because I'm like, well, it's people over there in the West Coast, all over the world, all over the country, that's getting it from the mud too. It's just an interesting time in America, an interesting time in the world, in this space where it's easy to get lost in the sauce, as we used to say back in the day. It's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing. And before you know it, you're working 40 hours a week, taking no vacation time. It's like you work, you come home, you sleep, you go to work, and then you repeat until you retire, and then you die. And that's the only thing that I took away from that. And yes, that probably was a little dark, but that's just what I took away from it. And here I come with my old sunshiny ass, fresh out of the sunshine and off the Venice Beach, coming in like, hey man, what's everybody up to? And everybody looking at me like, dog, first of all, you need to just slow down just a little bit, which is another problem of mine. We'll get to that a little bit later too. But I have no ways and no means of slowing down whatsoever. I have no plans of doing such thing. I'm just trying to get it like everybody else. I'm figuring out life like everybody else. And for those of you who don't know, I've been married for 10 years now. And I am in the middle of getting a divorce. So I wanted to talk a little bit first about relationships and what they mean to you. People who end up getting married, what does marriage really mean? And what do you expect from your spouse? If you're in a relationship with somebody, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, what are some things that you expect? What do men expect? I can only speak from a man's perspective. And my perspective is, me, I'm just a big sap. I'm just a sucker for love. I just love affection. I love intimacy. I just love being cheered for and supported. And those are the things that make me feel good and helps me keep moving along. And when you're in a relationship with someone, you need someone there rooting for you. It makes no sense that you should be in any situation by yourself if you're in a relationship with someone and you guys aren't on the same page. It's almost impossible to have a flourishing relationship, in my opinion, that way. You really do have to be on the same frequency, equally yoked, as some may call it. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of everything. So, how important is having a cheerleader by your side, for a man or for a woman? If you're in a relationship, you just want someone rooting for you. If you have any passions or dreams, you want somebody holding you accountable, making sure you're doing everything in your power to make sure that your passions are coming through and you're not wasting a lot of time at work. So, I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she used to make these drawings, and then she would put them on items. She would put them on bags. She would just draw them down and sell the pieces of paper, the art. And after a while, she kind of got lost and lost her confidence. And I had to ask, like, what was the culprit behind that? And she told me, well, she didn't tell me, but she did tell me. But what I gathered from what she insinuated was that it had a lot to do with her mother. And a lot of people can get stunted in their growth just from their own family. It be your own family that holds you back from chasing your dreams and pursuing your passion and living the life that you're supposed to be living. It makes no sense that if you're chasing a dream and your dream may intimidate other people who may not have any dreams or may not be in the middle of knowing what their passion is or pursuing their goals. All they're going to do is just tell you everything that's wrong about what you're doing and how absurd it may sound or how crazy it may seem. Any ideas you have? Ain't nobody gonna do that. Where you gonna find the money to do that? Well, you got time? Or when you gonna take off and do you go? Oh, you gonna quit your job and just do it? Like all of these things come from people that you love or people that love you, family, friends, coworkers, whoever. It's usually the people that are closest to you. A lot of times they do that because if you are have this energy, this go-getter mentality, and you're constantly on the grind and you're always posting things and you're staying positive and people know you have goals and you're working towards something, a lot of times that intimidates people. And so you have to know how to separate those people and keep them at bay. You got to really keep them close. Some people you got to really keep at an arm's reach. So that's for you to decide on your own, in my honest opinion, anyway. And I can almost guarantee that you already know who these people are. You've already identified them. They've already made themselves known that they're that type of person. So you kind of already know the answer to that. My only suggestion is that you just make sure you locate those people and you get to pick and choose who you want. That's why I say your team's got to really be tight. You got to really form a team around you that are like minded, that are goal oriented, and that are striving for bigger and better things. Those are the people that you need to keep around you the most. And everybody else, hey, I'll give you dap when I see you. It's all love. Because everybody can't get on your bus. Because where you're going, a lot of people can't go. Now, there's some people that may get on your bus where you're going, and they may get off at a couple of stops. Buses make stops all the time. So you have to make sure you know who's riding on your bus. Make sure that there are no energy vampires on your bus, people that take away your energy, suck away your energy, feed you negativity, try to destroy your dreams and deter you. It's like a crabs in a barrel type of mentality that you have to overcome. And you can do it. You just have to make sure that your eyes are open and you are awake to the things that are happening around you and the people that are trying to be around you when you're trying to get somewhere and everybody knows that you're trying to get somewhere. And there is enough for everybody. There's a lot of people in Jersey City that's going out for self. And that's cool too, but we can't rise as a people and as a city, no matter what city you're in, if we're not lifting each other up. Point blank and period. We always have to stick together. That is the main issue right now. That's why the world is so separated. Everybody is divided. We got white people over here, we got Mexicans over here, we got black people over here, and it's so much separation. But anyway, I digress. Back to your bus. Make sure you know who's getting on your bus, and just know that it's going to be some people that you allow on your bus that you may think is going to be at the final destination when the bus stops, but they won't. And you have to come to grips with that and know that that's okay. And you have to keep it pushing. My goal is just to inspire. I am not a millionaire, but I have a millionaire mentality. I definitely have a millionaire mindset. And I just want to share that with you and with everybody around the world, to whoever's listening, whoever wants to hear it. That's who that message is for. That message is just for you and only you. And you do with it whatever you like. Hey, real quick, I want to touch up on this Monique situation. I just want to give my quick take on it. Here's my quick take. The Monique situation is not a Netflix problem. I think it is a Monique's team problem. I think that her team, in my opinion, dropped the ball after she won her Oscar, and they did not fully capitalize off of her traction, and they did not strike while the iron is hot. And I also think that it's a great time for her to just, if she was just say, hey, listen, And on Monday, I'm going to drop my special. I'm going to drop an hour special. This is the special that Netflix wanted. And I want to see what everybody thinks. And you guys tell me if it's worth whatever it is that I'm asking for. And then you're going to win. This is how you win. You put it out independently. Even if you put it on YouTube or whatever. You put it on YouTube and you just let it fly. I guarantee you it would be the most watched comedy special in a long time because we're already intrigued. I think even though she's on this crusade and she's fighting for things that she believes in, as she should. She absolutely should fight for what she believes in, especially being a black woman in America. Fight for what you believe is right. If you think you should be get paid a certain amount, then you should get paid a certain amount. But you also, on the other end, need to know or should know that people have a price on you already. And so you really have to know your worth. And you don't need anybody. You don't need no Netflix. You don't need no Comedy Central. You don't need any of that stuff. The playing field has been leveled. So it is completely up to you on how you capitalize it. I always wanted to be on radio, but it's hard to get into radio a lot of times. But now we have podcasting where I can just sit here in my bedroom and just give you all the information that I need to give you. And I don't need Hot 97 or any other these stations or whatever have you. You get it live and direct, straight from me. So I think it's a team problem. And I think they did drop the ball. But I think the marketing for this has just been great. I think every interview has just been a home run. And my advice to you, Miss Monique, I just want to tell you that I love you. I appreciate you. And I want you to win. I want everybody to win. But check your team first. Check your team and just make sure, hey, listen, your team is tight. And this is what we doing. This is how we getting down. And that's my take on the Monique situation. So at any rate, before I go, I want to send a thoughtful prayer to Rick Ross and the entire MMG family. Free McMill, you already know what it is. People are going through real things out here, man. People are living real life and going through real stuff. Everybody from the bottom to the top. So you have to understand that rich people go through things too. They just make more money than you, but they still have issues. They still trying to pay bills and they still trying to take care of themselves and their families. And sometimes you can just get lost in trying to get it and reach your goals that you forget to take care of your own self. Now, I know that he was making a conscious effort to better himself and he was working on his Ross fit and losing weight. But still in all, I mean, taking care of yourself is a huge responsibility, and your body is the world's greatest machine, so you have to listen to it. I don't know what was going on with Mr. Ross, but all I can say is this, that Mr. Ross needs somebody, and a lot of people need somebody that's there making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, especially if you're like the breadwinner, if you're like the main guy. So all the other people, somebody's got to step up and just be like, hey, listen, man, this situation, your health isn't looking good, your weight isn't looking good, maybe you should try working out, maybe you should stick to it, because like he started working out, and then you go ahead and you have a heart attack. And then that's it. So I have tremendous empathy for what Rick Ross is going through and what Meek Mill is going through and what countless others in the world are going through. Everybody from the garbage man in Detroit to the bank teller in Washington, D.C., to just, the regular burger joint server in California. Everybody's going through their thing. Everybody's going through their stuff. Everybody's going through it. But we got to be there for one another. Point blank, period. We have to make sure everybody's mind is sharp, their body is in tip-top shape. We're going out there, we're taking walks for at least 30 minutes a day. All you really do need is to take a walk for 30 minutes a day. Like you don't need to go out there and lift all these weights and all that stuff. Yeah, you can do it too, and you should do it. But to stay fit and keep the calories burning, you just go for a walk. 30 minutes a day. I challenge you, anybody out there, if you're trying to lose weight, if you have a target weight that you envision yourself at, which is the first step, most people say that they want to lose a certain amount of weight. I tend to think that that is a more difficult mindset for that kind of approach. For me, I say, hey, what weight do you like yourself at? When you're at this weight, how does it make you feel? Whatever that number is, then that is your number. And then you write that number down and you do everything in your power to hit that number. And you start just by taking the first step, literally by taking the first step. Just go for a walk. Grab you some headphones, get you some music. Even if you don't need any of that stuff, just take for a walk. Just it'll help clear your mind. It'll keep you fit. And trust me, you'll have a complete peace of mind once you finish that. And it only takes 30 minutes out of your day. So there's always room and time to make room for you. You have to make time for you. Always. It's always you first. Put you first. Put you first. So, much prayers. I mean, I know there were a lot of speculations saying that he was on life support, this, that, and the other. You never believe everything you read or anything you hear. Just let everything play out and see where it goes. And don't overreact to a lot of things. That one right there, that one hit hard for me. Don't overreact to a lot of things. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, and everything I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to add some things, and talk about the NCAA, but that's a whole other episode within itself. That's a whole other episode within itself. You just got to pay the players, man. Got to pay those kids, and they're already getting paid, so you might as well just pay them. And the NBA needs to step in, and they need to funnel those kids into the G League. Whoever wants to jump out of high school, they deserve the right if they're good enough. And everybody in the planet knows who's good and who's not good. Everybody knows already who has potential, who doesn't have potential. There's tons of lists. There's hundreds and thousands of NBA scouts all over the globe, all over the country, looking at new players. Everyone know these are all smart guys. All these guys know who can play and who can't play. We all knew that Kevin Garnett could play. We knew that Kobe Bryant could play. We knew that LeBron James could play. We knew that Amari Stoudemire could play. We knew all these guys could play. So it's a matter of show and prove. So if you're unsure and a kid wants to come out, why are we holding these kids hostage? It's like basketball is the only sport where you have to go to college first in order to get a bag. And that's crazy. That's just, I don't even understand that logic. Like Tiger ain't have to do it. Bill Gates ain't have to. I don't understand that logic. Like if you're ready to go, then you're ready. And that's it. There's no more that needs to be said. With all the social media and all of the different apps and all the different streaming services and sports channels, everybody is up on game on who's really good and who can play and who can't play. So the NBA needs to come on in, bring in all those kids who want to think they're good enough. All right, you think you're good enough? Come over here in the G League, sign for a year. It's going to kill college basketball, but so what? It's going to make college basketball, I think, a purer game, because now it's the playing field is going to be even. Doesn't mean that it's going to be terrible players. I mean, the quality might dip just a little bit, but there's still going to be good teams, and it'll be fun to watch. And it'll be even better towards March Madness time, because people bet on who wins or who loses. They don't bet on, who's the biggest and brightest stars. I think that counts, but it really is just moving the needle on whatever the line is for that day for Vegas. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And we can make our assessment still. And everybody can still win, and everybody can still get the bread. There's enough out here for everybody. But though you gotta pay those kids. If you put their number on a jersey and you put it in a store, then there should be an account for that player through their parents or a fund or a bank account or something, whatever you want. But some money needs to be put to the side for those kids. Or even if it's concession stands or whatever it is, figure out some ticket sales. Then maybe you get a portion and you just split it down the middle. Hey, the university gets this, and we're sending the players all of the rest of this money to be split amongst everybody evenly. Like, there's so many different solutions. All you do have to do is just really think about it and be creative. Because the kids need to get paid. Just let them just go and get the money if they feel like they're good enough. Why would you stunt anybody's growth? But that's neither here nor there. But once again, thank you so much, man. That's my time. This is the first episode of the Jermy Saint Louis Show. You have no idea how relieving it is to finally complete something, think about something, and then complete it. And especially going through everything that I've been through the past couple of months, just to get to this point to say that I had a goal and I completed it, that for me is a W. And I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. And I'm going to continue to keep pushing and striving and believing and trusting in the process and knowing that I am good enough to get where I need to get to because I have value. And so do you. So go. Go for that walk. Go for that job. Go for that girl or guy. You only get one life. You only get one chance. You only get one shot. So don't hold yourself back. And don't let anybody else hold you back. So that's my time. And until then, just go. Go and be the best version of yourself. I'm believing you. I'm rooting for you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share and like and subscribe. And I hope that there was something that I said today that resonated within you. We can make it. We can do it. We can do it together. We're all doing it at the same time. But we just got to encourage each other and push each other. There's enough for everybody. So share with your friends. Please subscribe once again. This is the Jermy Saint Louis Show. Live and direct from the mud, baby. Jersey City, New Jersey. Out here trying to get it. I'm about to go for a run. I see the sun just came out. Yeah, I'm definitely going for a run today. So let me go and get my run on. And you guys have a beautiful, fantastic day. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. And please subscribe. So thank you so much. I love you. And I appreciate you. Peace.
What up? Team South. What if I talked about love and talked about healing? What if we rap to the people and get them wrapped in their feelings? Instead we talk about drugs, we attracting the chillin'. That's a reason to call me a hypocrite, cause I did it. What if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, we only human, I love you. Come party with us, ain't got no time for the evil lurking, I'm spreading the love. What if we talked about love? Yeah, 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 I mention love, they discredit my worth. Devil letting it work. This for the people that lead a job when they brother was hurt. I let the lesson alert, call it heaven on earth. I love my auntie like she my mama, put that in a verse. I love my brothers and sisters from our colors and districts. Go give a hug to a sinner, offer the love of religion. Seeing the black kids hang out with the white kids. I call it what life is, but they wouldn't write this. I talk about love to take away from the violence. I talk about giving back to the people who crying. What you know about struggling, living life on the road. The industry try to muzzle it, I'm a light in a low. That's why I talk about love. Yeah, that's why I talk about love. Yeah, that's why I talk about sitting back and accepting what was. They wasn't cut from the cloth, they giving it back for a buzz. But if I walk in the club, yeah, they probably know what it was. Yeah, what if I talked about love? Yeah, what if I talked about love? Yeah, what if I talked about love and talked about healing? What if we rap to the people and get them wrapped in their feelings? Instead we talk about drugs, we attracting the chillin'. That's a reason to call me a hypocrite, cause I did it. What if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, we only human, I love you. Come party with us, ain't got no time for the evil lurking, I'm spreading the love. What if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love?
We talked about
yeah.
love.
What if we talked about love?
Yeah.
What if we all came together as one? Spreading love, know what it was. We was stuck in the dark till we sat in the sun. Giving respect to the sisters living in debt. Gotta get rid of the check. You had to go get it back for your son. Shirt off your back. Yeah, it was feeling like that. It takes a village. You took your ceiling, concealed it with facts. We know if we could do this, we know that we could do that. We about to conquer the world and we ain't giving it back. And now I'm tipping my hat. I give respect to the brothers. We had to get in the back. We had to get them to love us. I talk about love to take away from the trouble. I had to talk with my people. I had to tell them I love you. I talk about love. Yeah, that's why I talk about love. Yeah, that's why I talk about sitting back and accepting what was. They wasn't cut from the cloth, they giving it back for a buzz. But if I walk in the club, yeah, they probably know what it was. Yeah, what if I talked about love? Yeah, what if I talked about love? Yeah, what if I talked about love and talked about healing? What if we rap to the people and get them wrapped in their feelings? Instead we talk about drugs, we attracting the chilling. That's a reason to call me a hypocrite, cause I did it. What if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, we only human, I love you. Come party with us, ain't got no time for the evil lurking, I'm spreading the love. What if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love? Yeah, what if we talked about love?